Just imagine you went fishing with some friends in the Caspian Sea for some reason, and you're there chillaxing, having a good old time, and then this thing comes in and absolutely body slams you into the Mariana Trench. This thing is called the ekranoplan, and it was made by the Soviet Union during the Cold War as a way to one-up the US Navy. A lot of good that did them. The idea for this plane comes from hydrofoil ships, which lifted the craft above the water with underwater wings. These wings created a form of hydrodynamic drag which the engineers could not solve. So a Soviet designer called Radoslav Alexiev decided to stick the wings above water and make the boat fly. Genius. This also used an aerodynamic effect called ground effect, which decreases drag and increases lift drastically when a wing is near a surface. Alexiev also said that with the plane being just above the water, it made the plane invisible to radar, which was meant for planes, and sonar below, which was meant for submarines, making it practically invisible. And it was able to reach jet-like speeds, as well as be a weapons platform and a troop transport, drastically changing Soviet supremacy on the high seas. This was too enticing for Soviet high command, and in 5 years they created a 265-ton monster called the KM. It needed a massive 8 engines to get into ground effect, and only 2 teeny tiny ones in the tail once it reached cruise speed. However, with flying so close with the water, it could only operate when the sea was calm, and only in small oceans such as the Caspian or Baltic. Well, by small oceans, it's still gigantic, but still. There were also other problems of flying, such as the flying being too stressful on pilots, as well as the fact that it takes literal miles for the thing to turn, since it is so close to the water. And these problems could have been solved, but Soviet high command was no longer interested in the costly project. This came at a time when the Soviet Union was beginning to collapse, and so the idea was abandoned. The research team did create smaller chronoplans, but none of them were widely used in the Soviet Navy and are now decommissioned. This interesting piece of technology has now gotten roots around the world, like in Asia, where in places like Indonesia, they use chronoplans to island hop. These fascinating ideas have tugged at the mind of some designers and engineers, and we can only wait and see if this relic of the past can become a driver of the future.